Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into our Old Town Grill High School football game of the week. As tonight we're back in New Tazewell for non-regional action. As tonight the Oliver Spring Bobcats have traveled into Claiborne County to take on Claiborne. You'll notice I didn't say the Bulldogs. As tonight we went to a blast from the past. We went back in time, if you will, and resurrected an old mascot, and that being the Blue Devils. As tonight, one more time, they ride, this time for the 2017 season. Both these teams on the field need a victory for confidence and momentum as they push forward into the second half of the season and potentially into the postseason in November. Who walks out the winner? Stay tuned to find out. It's the Bobcats. It's the Blue Devils. It's our Old Town Grill game of the week. It's going to be a fun one, and it's next.
We got the opening whistle, and for the first time in over 14 years, the Blue Devils are in action in New Tazewell as Howard gives it a ride inside the 10-yard line. To the 20, to the 25, to the 30, and eventually being taken down past the 30 to about the 31-yard line. On the return was Hill, and the Bobcats will start with a came out of first down and 10. Starting from there, looks to be 31-yard line.
Nice kickoff to get things going here for the Bobcat offense. It's going to be a very important first quarter for Oliver Springs as the Bobcats have not scored one single point this season in the opening quarter as they've been outscored 48-0 by their opposition. So this is an important opening drive.
Bobcats will start with two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Starting quarterback is Blake Crass. Sends a man in motion from the left to the right. And now we have a stoppage. Not real sure. Looks like we have Bobcat has got to trot off to the sideline. That's Daniel Giles, number 51. So they're going to have to replace a lineman right off the bat.
It's Jordan Haney who comes in for Giles. Not sure what the substitution was about.
Crass still wants to get in the gun. Two backs surround him. Shotgun formation. He is a sophomore starting quarterback. Crass is going to hand off up the middle of the 35 to the 40 to the 45 and bullet his way down to midfield. On the opening run was number 11, Landon Everett.
That's a very nice run by the senior Everett up the middle on the dive through the offensive line. A very nice opening play by Oliver Springs here. Defensively, if you're Claiborne on this opening drive, you can't let the nerves of this Blue Devil night get in the way. Just got to settle down as a very nice offensive play to kick things off for the visitors.
18 yards on the initial run. So it's another Kane came out of first down and 10. Two receivers to the right side, one to the left. It is Crasson again with two backs. He's going to hand off once again up the middle. And fighting his way to the 45-yard line on the run was Michael Crawford, number 30.
As we can see here for the first two plays of the game, Bobcats relying on seniority for their dives up the middle as it was Everett earlier the senior and fellow classmate Michael Crawford who gets it out into Bulldog territory in just two plays.
Crawford was the leading rusher for the Bobcats coming into this contest. Second down and 5. Shotgun formation again. Man in motion from the right to the left. It's going to be a handoff back to Crawford to the 45 to the 40. Small center stepping gets the first down past the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Bobcats and 3 plays are driving.
And they're being able to have a successful drive on this opening statement here by Oliver Springs because of their nice blocking down up front and also with the receivers as well, allowing the running backs with plenty of room to run the football.
One receiver left side, two to the right. Now we have a stoppage. It will be a K and came out of first down and 10 as now the Bulldogs have to have somebody come off to the near side. And that looks to be Gage Caleb's.
And taking his place will be the senior, number 56 rather, Zach Fajarin. So another substitution.
One receiver left side, two to the right again on a K and came out of first down. Handoff up the middle to the 30, and Claiborne will have this one boxed down to the 29-yard line.
And so we have obviously gotten the message here in the opening drive that Oliver Springs is looking to run the football, and they're looking to run it up the middle as in between the trenches, in between the big fellas at the line of scrimmage. That seems to be their bread and butter so far on the season.
Now, Oliver Springs running back, the last I had the carry, Everett, is going to have to go off to the sideline. He came up hobbled.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I believe Oliver Springs just broke the huddle with 12, but maybe not. 2 receivers to the left side on 2nd down and 6. 1 receiver to the right side. This is Crass in the gun. Sends a man in motion left to the right. They're going to hand it off to the man in motion on the sweep to the 30. Tries to cut back in. Now does so. Gets near the 25-yard line. As this will be Mason Hill on the carry to the 26, bringing a 3.
Another upperclassman to run the football for Oliver Springs. This time with the man in motion, Hill, as the first time that the Bobcats have elected to run the football outside as opposed to running it in between the offensive line, and still goes for minimal gain. This is the first 3rd down of the game here, so a very crucial play coming up right here for the Claiborne defense.
First 3rd down is 3rd down and 3. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Again, Crass in the gun. Rolls off left side, looking, throws off to the flat. It is incomplete. Hill tried to come down with a one-handed grab, could not do so, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And had Hill come away with that diving catch, he may have been just a couple yards short of that first down marker. It would have been close had he caught the ball or not. As a good job by the Blue Devil defense, obviously recognizing it was a passing situation, forcing Oliver Springs out of their comfort zone, and that makes it decision time.
They're going to go for this. Winless on the season.
Yeah.
It's 4th down and 3 the way you've been running the ball, and they're going to go for it.
Absolutely.
1 receiver to the left side. Ball's on the far hash mark. There's 2 receivers to the right. Again, Crass is in the gun with 2 backs. Handoff, misdirection going right side, and this is going to be close. As on the run was Crawford. He was taken down near the first down marker. Brought down by looking like near about the 24-yard line. And the officials are going to have to call a timeout to measure this one.
Well, I don't think it could get much closer than that. I love the play call there on 4th down by the Bobcats, as every Blue Devil defender at first, it looked like the ball was coming back up the middle, and instead they handed it off to Crawford through the right side of the line, and that was very, very close. And we'll see if the Claiborne defender was able to meet the ball carrier just before he crossed the line.
That's going to be a Blue Devil ball. They're going to stretch that chain, and the Blue Devils hold up, and it's a turnover on downs.
Very nice response by the Blue Devil defense after getting gashed in those first few plays of that drive by Oliver Springs to stop the Bobcats dead in their tracks on that set of downs. A gutsy play call to go for it on 4th down early on in this first quarter. And now if you're the Blue Devils, you got to take advantage of that mistake from Oliver Springs, and you got to try and respond here with an equally impressive opening drive.
8:57 left to go, first quarter, still scoreless. This will be the Bulldogs, it'll be the Blue Devils. First offensive drive of the evening. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Split backs for the Blue Devils. It's going to be a keeper off the left side. Going to be brought up to the 29-yard line, and your quarterback that got to start this evening is Elijah Beeson.
Yeah, I noticed with that offensive look on that first play, normally the Blue Devils run a kind of like, not as much as a shotgun, but kind of like a, kind of like a pistol formation, and that play was Beeson, who's normally the running back for the Blue Devils, that was under center and elected for the keeper for a 5-yard gain on first down.
It'll be 2nd down and 5, ball resting at the Claiborne 29-yard line on the far hash mark. Again, they're going from left to right on your radio dial. Under 8.5 left to go, first quarter. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Split backs for the Blue Devils. Option, picked out to the right side, trying to make some people miss, getting past the 30 to about the 31, 32-yard line. And it will be Greg Goings, number 6, the sophomore, getting the pitch that time. As we have 3rd down.
And Goings receiving a block from the senior receiver, Hunter Rosenbaum, as the run wasn't able to go for as much. And again, Claiborne with Beeson under center. Very interesting look here for the Blue Devils on this opening drive, as we've seen a variety of quarterbacks so far in the season for Claiborne.
3rd down and 2. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Beeson goes under the center, split backs behind him, looking at a 4-down lineman. Beeson hands off, fullback, first down, and bring the ball forward to the 39-yard line. On the run is Bryce Walls.
Nice play call on 3rd down and short, nothing fancy. Just a simple fullback dive up the middle, just put your head down and get the extra yardage, and Laws was able to get much more dragging defenders with him for the first down of the contest.
7 yards on the run by Law. Sets up a Kane. Came out a first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. Ball now on the near hash mark as Beeson and company will break the huddle. 7:15 in counting. Again, this is the Blue Devils' first drive of the contest. They forced Oliver Springs over on downs. One receiver to either side. Split backs for Beeson. Beeson, hands off, go to the near side, breaking a tackle past the 40 to about the 45-yard line. Once again is Goins.
Very interesting to give the sophomore Goins here 2 early carries in this matchup. As I mentioned before, that Beeson is normally the starting running back for Claiborne, and he's the one that gets the bulk of the carries. And already Goins with 2 carries as Beeson has been elected as your starting QB.
Second down, let's call it 4 yards to go. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Again, Beeson goes under the center, split backs behind him, almost like an offset to the left. Going to hand off to Laws up the middle. This is not Laws, actually. To the 45, to the 40, inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. On the run is Storm Livesey, number 3.
And just the opposite from Oliver Springs, whereas the Bobcats are going to upperclassmen to rush the football, Claiborne's going to some freshmen and some sophomores. And what a nice first carry that was from Storm Livesey, the freshman, as Oliver Springs sent a blitz from the outside, and Livesey caught him up the middle.
18 yards on the run by Livesey. Another Kane came out of first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. One receiver off to either side. This is a handoff. This is Laws bouncing off defenders past the 30 and eventually being taken down by forward progress right at the 30-yard line. Still a gain of 7.
And much like Oliver Springs' opening drive where the Bobcats found plenty of success up the middle, Claiborne is doing the same. Rushing the ball with really a tremendous rushing attack here to start off the game, balancing the carries between running backs up the middle.
It's going to be second down. Let's call it a long 3 to go. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Beeson once again will go under the center. Sends a man in motion now from the right to the left. Split backs behind him. Beeson hands off and going up the ball's on the ground. So the ball does hit the turf. I believe Claiborne will pick it up. I believe Livesey will fall on it. Now the question is, did he get enough for the first after he fell on it? It's going to be at the 28-yard line. It's going to be third down and 1.
Yeah, it's a tough call there as far as spotting the football, as really as soon as Livesey passed the line of scrimmage, he bobbled the football, couldn't really grasp onto the ball as much as he would have liked, and Claiborne fortunate to fall on top of it.
One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Beeson this time goes into the I formation on third down and 1. Oliver Springs looking to bring pressure. This is Beeson keeping it himself. He's down to the 25. He gets uppercut by the ankle at the 24-yard line, but it will be enough for a Blue Devil. First down and 10.
And it was the freshman Gavin Hill for Oliver Springs who stopped Beeson from possibly getting into the end zone. A very nice decision by the elected quarterback in this game, Beeson, of pulling that design run at the last minute and deciding to keep it for himself, and it turned out to pay dividends for Beeson.
It's a Kane came out of first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. One receiver off to either side. Split backs once again for Beeson. Man in motion now from the left. Over to the right is Fergeron. And this is Beeson getting almost taken down by his own teammate. He'll go back forward to about the 22-yard mark. The hardest hit came from his running back.
Yeah, if that doesn't really show a testament to how tough Beeson is, and I don't really know what is, because he took a lick from his own player, and it really looked like it almost didn't even faze him as he was able to stumble for a few more yards. He is a hard running back to bring down, and when you put him in at quarterback, it's really a very dangerous option attack here thus far in the first quarter.
Second down and 8, gave Beeson 2 on the run. We are now under 4 minutes left to go first quarter. Blue Devils on their first offensive drive. That's 2. We're going to keep a count. On their first offensive drive, Oliver Springs turned the ball over on downs on the opening drive of the contest. And we're going to have a stoppage here. And Oliver Springs will call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:43 left to go first quarter. It is Oliver Springs 0, Claiborne 0.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG. the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
3:44
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or that can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
That'll be second down and 8. 3:43 left to go here inside of the first quarter. Blue Devils are driving. This drive started back on their 24-yard line after turning Oliver Springs over on downs.
And already here we're under 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter, and we're in the middle of the second drive of the contest. It's been a lightning fast opening quarter here with the two run-heavy offenses.
One receiver to either side. Basin will go under the center with split backs behind him. Basin going to drop, looking, gets hit as he throws it, and it's going to fall incomplete. Oliver Springs got into the backfield, and Basin held that ball just about a second too late as he was looking for the man-to-man coverage down on the near side.
And I guess I jinxed them. I guess I jinxed the Claiborne offense, as I was just talking about. We only seen one pass play from Oliver Springs on the previous drive. This was the first pass attempt by Claiborne as Coach Medlin was trying to catch the defense off guard there. Unfortunately for Beeson, the defensive lineman for the Bobcats really came out of his backside and hit him as he was letting go of the football. And those are the most dangerous hits when you don't see him coming.
Third down and 8. Blue Devils are 2 for 2 on third down this evening. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Beeson hands off to Laws. Laws has got some running room. It's going to be about 15 to the 10. He's still on his feet, and it's a touchdown for the Blue Devils. Bryce Laws on third down somehow got through just a trove of Bobcats. Runs the ball 22 yards into the end zone, and Claiborne strikes first.
Tremendous perseverance and running after contact by Laws on what was essentially a third down and long, and they opted to just hand the ball off to Laws, and it turned out to be a very beneficial play call on third down. And Laws, what a run as he scampers into the end zone, and as you said, Adam, squeezing into a tight hole to get 6.
Hayden Holland will have the hold. Grayson Howard will have the attempt, and it's blocked. Oliver Springs blocks it, but nevertheless, Claiborne strikes first as we take you to the break. Our new score with 3:29 left to go first quarter. It is Blue Devils 6. It is Bobcats 0.
If you enjoy lakes, boating, mountains, and great food, you'll love Norris Landing Marina in Claiborne County, Tennessee. Located off Lone Mountain Road, Norris Landing Marina has these benefits for you. A 170-slip marina with seasonal rental slips, rental pontoon and pleasure boats, vacation cabins and cottages, a 23-space RV park, and Jimmy's Place Restaurant. Great food and casual dining in an on-the-water setting. Contact us and make the Norris Landing Marina your enjoyment destination.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back to Claiborne High School, the Blue Devils striking on an 11-play drive, 5:18 off the clock. That drive going 76 yards, culminated with a 22-yard Bryce Laws run on third down. The Blue Devils were 3 for 3 on third down on that drive. They now lead this one 6-0.
Yeah, it was a really all-around drive. Hardly any negative plays on the drive for Claiborne, and it results in an opening touchdown.
Howard puts toe to leather, and it's going to go over the left side. Takes a weird bounce. Oliver Springs has got to jump on this, and it'll eventually roll out of bounds. Now the question is,
well, a flag has just come in.
There's going to be an illegal procedure against Claiborne because the ball went out of bounds. You can hear in the background people saying he touched it. It looked like it may have hit his foot, but the way it hit, it'd be kind of hard to determine really if it hit his foot or if it just took an awkward bounce off the top of the football.
Yeah, is very difficult to see as the return man was intended to be Mason Hill for Oliver Springs. Nonetheless, the Bobcats are going to get pretty decent field position since that kick went out of bounds.
They're asking for a re-kick.
Yeah.
So Claiborne's going to put the kickoff team back on the field.
They're going to get it. Wow, what a turn of events.
It's not, I mean, you have the option of that. You take it to 35 or you back them up 5 and kick again. And obviously, Oliver Springs coaching staff has enough faith in their return team, which we saw in the first kickoff. They got it to the 32, to try and potentially get a big return here. Again, Oliver Springs, you talked about it, we talked about it. They've still not scored a point in the first quarter of this year. They have been outscored what is now 54-0 in first quarter action through the first almost 5 games.
And now with only 3:21 to go here in the first quarter, they don't really have a lot of room to change that fact. As you know, that's what Claiborne does with their offense, with their rushing heavy offense. They just keep the ball for such a long amount of time. It doesn't allow the opposing offense to really control the time of possession.
The band on the near side, laying into the drums as Howard once again gives it a ride. End over end will be taken at the 20-yard line. To the 30, being bopped and dropped at the 31-32-yard line, and that's where the Bobcats will have the ball first for a Kane Committal first down and 10.
As it was the senior receiver, Sean Ross, who carried the ball essentially almost to the same exact spot as Oliver Springs' first drive.
It's the exact same spot on the 32-yard line, and that's where they will start with a Kane Committal first down and 10. They turn the ball over on downs inside Claiborne territory in their last drive. We'll see what they can do on this one. We're coming out with one receiver to the left side. Looks like they got one off to the right. This time they're going to go I formation, and the quarterback will go under the center. Crash hands off to the right side, and the Bobcats bring the ball forward to about the 37-yard line. As we'll see, that was actually number 11, Everett, who had the carry.
And Everett, who busted the contest open with the first run of the matchup. And, you know, if you're the Bobcats, you know that you can move the football, as you proved that on the opening drive against this Claiborne defense. You just have to make sure that you don't put yourself in those third and long scenarios that they had in the last drive.
Second down and 6. One receiver getting off to either side. I formation. Claiborne looked to be in a 4-3 look. Hand off once again to the right side. Oliver Springs gets the first down to the 45 and stretches the ball forward to about the 46-yard line. I believe it was that Ross that time, or was it Everett? It wasn't Ross. Ross was on the near side. It was Everett again, number 11.
Yeah, I think you may be right. As that was a nice run bouncing out to the outside for Everett, and now another first down for Oliver Springs. As I mentioned, the Bobcats can move the football. As remember, Claiborne has been prone to surrender some points here early in contests, and we'll see if Oliver Springs can do the same.
To Kane Committal, first down, handoff to the fullback up the middle. Claiborne's got this one. I thought they had it tailored up to the 45, inside Claiborne territory, down to the 42-yard line. Everett again, number 11. Yeah. Oliver Springs is moving.
Yeah, and it's really Landon Everett who's doing a bulk of the work. It seems like Landon Everett is Oliver Springs' version of Elijah Beeson for Claiborne. Getting the ball up right through the middle, and as you said, it looked like the Claiborne defense had him balled up, and all of a sudden he explodes for a first down and more. Very hard runner.
2 minutes left to go, first quarter. Blue Devils lead this one 6-0. Another Kane Committal first down and 10 for the Bobcats at the Blue Devil 42-yard line. There's 3 to the 40, and inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line go the Bobcats once again on the run. And on the run this time was Dylan Walls, I believe, number 1.
Yeah. As another senior, Walls on the carry through the left side of line. Got some nice blocks. Run didn't go for as much as they probably would have liked for Oliver Springs, but again, managing to get small chunks of yards every play for sure is better than none at all. And Oliver Springs, again, approaching that same territory where they turned the ball over on downs last drive.
Second down and 6. I formation again, one receiver to either side. Crass hands off to Walls. Walls up the middle. He's got some room to the 30, to the 25. One person left to beat. He cannot do it. Inside the 25 to the 22-yard line. A huge run by Dylan Walls and another first down for the Bobcats.
And while Laws tried to really bring down Walls by himself, the junior Austin Cunningham came in and put a lick on Walls, but nonetheless, the senior is able to pick another huge first down. Oliver Springs showing that they can run the ball just as well as Claiborne can, and it really looks like it's going to be the battle of the rushing attack here in the first half.
1 minute remaining first quarter. It's another Kane Committal first down and 10. Ball rested at the Blue Devil 22-yard line. I formation, one receiver to either side. Pitch out, right side to Walls. Walls to the 25, looking for the wall of blockers. No pun intended, nearly upended near the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up a third down.
And while Walls was able to really bounce to the outside off of the pitch call, the called pitch to the right side for the first time, had a few good blocks there. And it's going to be second down and pretty manageable for Oliver Springs.
Second down, let's call it 7 yards to go. He got 3 yards on the run. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Under 30 seconds left to go first quarter. I formation for Crass. Crass going to hand off to the near side. This is Walls again, breaking the tackle, gets near the 10-yard line. I thought he was going to be able to cut that one up. He did not do so. Gets it to the 11, and it's going to bring up another K. Came out a first down for Oliver Springs as they are rolling.
And I think, as you alluded to, Walls looked like he wanted to cut and turn into the end zone. Couldn't quite do that, but nonetheless, Oliver Springs here approaching first down as we hit the end of the first quarter.
Ball on the 11-yard line. They can't get a first down. Clock's at 5, 4. I formation on the K. Came out a first down. Crass will get this snap off. Handoff. Fullback up the middle. And getting the ball down inside the 5 was Landon Everett. They bring the ball forward to about the 1-yard line, but Oliver Springs is held out as the first quarter clock comes to a close. We've played 1 here at Claiborne High School. Our score is the Claiborne Blue Devils 6. It's the Bobcats 0.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
As we get ready to begin the second quarter of action between the Bobcats and the Claiborne Bulldogs, Claiborne leading this one 6-0. I said Bulldogs again, didn't I?
Sure did.
There's 4. The Claiborne Blue Devils.
Easy to do, easy to catch.
I told you we'll keep count of that. On the Claiborne Blue Devils, the ball's on the 2-yard line. It's going to be second down and 1 for Oliver Springs, knocking on the door to attempt to try to tie this one up. One receiver to either side. I formation for Crass. Tries a quarterback keep. And he is stopped. He may have actually lost a yard to bring up third down.
Well, it was very interesting as Crass. It looked like he wanted to possibly hand the football off. Not really sure what kind of miscommunication happened in the backfield. I don't think, and I could have been wrong, but I don't think that was a designed quarterback run up the middle. And nonetheless, like you said, I believe the Blue Devil defense really pushed him back. And
it's going to be third down.
Yeah, still not Oliver Springs with just a few yards to go until the end zone.
Third down and 2, ball at the 3-yard line. One receiver to either side. Again, I formation. Handoff. Going to the near side. And I still don't think he got this. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, he sure didn't. A nice play by the Blue Devil defense, recognizing what was coming. No trickery by the Bobcat offense. Gonna, elect to just push it through the middle, and the Claiborne defense was there, and it looks as if Oliver Springs is going to go for this.
Ball's on the 2-yard line. It's fourth down and 1. One receiver off to either side. I formation. Crass is your quarterback. His quarterback keep up the middle. He stretches forward to the last part. Did he get there? They're going to stop the clock and possibly measure this one. No measurement. The Blue Devils on a goal line stand. Turn the ball over again. The defensive coaching staff on the near side over here. High-stepping like the band leader for the Pride of the Southland up in pregame.
Wow, well, they are fired up here at Claiborne. What a defensive stand, a goal line stand for Claiborne. For Oliver Springs, you got to look at this. They had it essentially first and goal at the 1 or 2 yard line, and were not able to punch it into the end zone. And Claiborne, what a defensive stand. 2 drives for Oliver Springs. The Bobcats were able to get all the way inside of Claiborne territory, but that Blue Devil defense, it's really been a bend but don't break mentality here, and it's worked as they forced 2 turnover on down scenarios for the Bobcats. What a defensive effort it was for Claiborne, an all-around effort to not allow Oliver Springs into the end zone.
Now the officials have called for a timeout on the field. think they're going to try to maybe measure this one.
And if they were, then it'll be a very late decision.
Well, what I don't get, although the change had already technically kind of moved a little bit.
Right. Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh man, this will be a huge momentum shift if it does not happen. He's still short. No! He gave first down to Oliver Springs. Oh my goodness! Wow. Oh my goodness, from my vantage point, he was short. And Coach Medlin's going out asking, why did we wait that long for a measurement?
I think he's got a very nice.
He's got a
good point.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, that was several. I mean, that was essentially for what felt like a couple of minutes after that play that the officials finally decided to remeasure. And it looked like the Claiborne offense was set to resume their second drive of the game.
They were.
And all of a sudden now it's a reversal of fortune and what is now a first down and goal. As you mentioned, Oliver Springs didn't need to get the end zone for the first down.
It's first down and goal to go. It's a Kankakee Meadow first down and goal. Ball at the 1 yard line. Crass. Hands off. And stretching forth. Not into the end zone. They're going to mark him short as on the run. I believe it was the fullback, Everett.
And that was very, very close, as it seems that Oliver Springs likes to go to Everett on those power situations, as they only needed what's really not much more than the length of the football into the end zone. And it seemed like Everett, on a second burst, may have gotten into the end zone. However, the officials
said his knee was down.
Yeah, I think it was his knee.
Second down and goal from the 1 yard line. 10:08 in counting left to go first half. Blue Devils lead this one 6-0. Ball on the right side of the field, 3 feet from the end zone. I formation, one receiver to either side. Look for Crass on a potential quarterback's keeper. Nope, handoff up the middle. Walls, does he get in? Walls gets in this time. Touchdown, Bobcats. It wasn't without a struggle and maybe a little bit of controversy.
Oh yeah, I think that's the right word for it. Controversy indeed, as that late decision to overturn the turnover on down ruling that results in 6 points, and now contest is tied, and Oliver Springs, while they didn't score in the first quarter for the first time this season, they did score early in the second quarter, and all of a sudden a huge reversal of fortune here from New Tazewell.
This will be Zach Brooks to have the attempt. Blake Crass will have the hold as the Bobcats will attempt to take the lead. Snap down. The attempt is up. The attempt is good. Time out of the field with 9:47 left to go first half. Oliver Springs are on a score. They now lead the Claiborne Blue Devils by the score of 7-6.
If you enjoy lakes, boating, mountains, and great food, you'll love Norris Landing Marina in Claiborne County, Tennessee. Located off Lone Mountain Road, Norris Landing Marina has these benefits for you. A 170-slip marina with seasonal rental slips, rental pontoon and pleasure boats, vacation cabins and cottages, a 23-space RV park, and Jimmy's Place Restaurant. Great food and casual dining in an on-the-water setting. Contact us and make the Norris Landing Marina your enjoyment destination.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Bobcats taking the lead on a touchdown. The drive going 13 plays, 68 yards, 5:46 off the clock. And with 9:47 left to go here inside of the first half, the Bulldogs will actually get, excuse me, there's 6. Actually, that's number 5. The Blue Devils will have their second offensive drive of the contest. You got to feel that last drive there. The offense is on the field. The referees pull them back off. They take the measurement. The defense, I think, at that point, had went from such a high to such a low.
Yes. Well, you know, that has now proven to be a turning point in this contest, and that's something that you can definitely circle once this game is over as a crucial turning point in the game.
Blue Devils got to pick this one up, and they finally do to the 15. To the 20. Big hole in the middle of the field, and now it's going to reverse field to the 15. And being taken down near the 20-yard line for the Blue Devils was Laws. Laws had a hole big enough to drive a tank through. And I don't know if he just didn't see it or wanted to try to get back to his blockers. But the Blue Devils will start with a K&K Metal first down and 10 starting at their 21-yard line.
Yeah, I think had Laws gone up the middle, he could have gotten a huge chunk of yardage for the junior. And nonetheless, he tries to bounce it outside, and Claiborne still with good field position on this drive. And now your offense just has to continue to go to work. It was a very efficient opening drive. Your offense knows that you can move the ball. And despite what happened on the offense on the opposite goal end, just do what you got to do.
On first down, it's going to be a keeper by the quarterback. And that's Beeson once again, and Beeson's going to lose about a yard on the run.
And with Elijah Beeson really lining up at quarterback, lining up under center, you have that dual threat option. As obviously Beeson, his specialty is running the football. On that occasion, wasn't able to get much and may have even lost a yard there. But that continued threat, you know, Beeson is one of those running backs where any play could really bounce out for a huge chunk of yardage.
Second down, 11 coming for the Blue Devils. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Split backs behind Beeson as we go approaching 9 minutes left to go first half. Beeson hands off. Lewis is Goins on the right side, getting past the 20, near the 25-yard line. They're marking down about the 20, well, actually marking down 23-yard line.
Now it's going to make it up third and really just a couple, as it's been a nice defensive effort in the first two plays for Oliver Springs. And you think about it here, if Claiborne isn't able to convert this third down and are able to punt the ball away, then that goal line scenario there has really moved the momentum in favor of the Bobcats.
It'll be third down and 7. Upcoming now for the Blue Devils. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Beeson with split backs behind him, goes under the center. Beeson hands off to the fullback up the middle to the 30-yard line, past the 30 to about the 33-34, and if they mark him where I think they will, that will be good enough, and it is good enough for a Kankakee Meadow first down and 10.
Wow. What a run from Claiborne. And what was a third down and long to opt to keep the ball on the ground, and they just got enough for the first down. I don't think that could have been much closer than what the ruling was, and Claiborne stays on the field. It was very crucial for the Blue Devils to stay on the field on that occasion.
It's a Kankakee Meadow first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. One receiver off to either side. Again, split backs for Beeson, looking at four-down linemen. Beeson going to keep it himself this time, breaking tackles, and will eventually stretch forward back near, getting maybe half a yard to a yard on that carry, but Beeson was just covered for the moment he said go.
Well, it was unbelievable that Beeson was able to pick up a half a yard and leave 4 defenders in the dust. It was pretty remarkable that you saw as many Bobcat defenders as there were behind Beeson that weren't able to take the senior down, as that's really, again, a testament to how tough of a runner he is, as it takes that many defenders to bring him down, even on a 1-yard gain.
That'll be second down. Let's call it second and 10. Give him about a half a yard on that one. One receiver to each side. This time I formation for Beeson. Beeson hands the ball off. Fumble on the play. And I believe Claiborne will jump on this one, and they do. It was just a mishanded handoff that time, and I believe it was Livesey that jumped back on him.
Yeah, it was Livesey that was intended to just be an exchange in the backfield. Not sure if Livesey couldn't hang on to it or if Beeson let go of the football just a little bit too early. Nonetheless, Livesey was able to fall on top of that football and keep that fumble out. The second occasion where Claiborne has recovered their own fumble.
Blue Devils will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 6:45 left to go first half. It's Oliver Springs 7. It's Claiborne 6.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Blue Devils breaking the huddle after their first timeout of the first half with 6:45 left to go here inside of the first half. We were just kind of talking a little bit during that break. We've been playing for 35 minutes real time. This is only the fourth offensive drive between the two teams combined.
I know, yeah. We're halfway through the second quarter of play. It's unbelievable.
One receiver to the left side, two to the right on third down and 12. Beeson's going to roll off left side, right side, looking, throws, incomplete. Beeson got hit as he let that one go, and that will fall incomplete, and that is the first third down that the Blue Devils have not been successful on.
And while Claiborne was able to convert that third down and 8 scenario that resulted in the touchdown from Bryce Laws, that was the first time that it was a third and very long for the Blue Devils, and obviously those are very hard to convert. And Claiborne's now going to have to punt since, he really got Beeson out of his comfort zone, forcing to throw the football on the run.
Back deep for the Bobcats is number 2, Gavin Hill, the freshman. Nice high but short punt that will take a Blue Devil bounce inside Claiborne territory, only to be down at the Claiborne at the Oliver Springs 45-yard line. So 25-yard net on the play, on the punt, sets the Bobcats with the lead in the ball at their 45-yard line with 6:28 remaining here inside of the first half.
And remember, the last time that Oliver Springs hit the field, it was controversy around the goal line. We'll see if the Bobcats' rushing game improves, even though it's been steady through the whole game. We'll see if they can convert some fourth downs here on this drive, as we had the controversial goal line situation last time out.
It'll be a K&K middle, first down and 10 for the Bobcats. One receiver to the near side. Split. One to the right. I formation. It's going to be Crash, dropping, looking, throwing off to the near side. Got a receiver there and overthrows his intended receiver. Comes off of his right hand as it was intended for Mason Hill with a back shoulder throw on a fly pattern. And it's about a half yard too short for Hill to catch.
Yeah, and I love the play call on first down to try and go deep, try and catch the defense off guard as number 34 for Claiborne, which is Austin Cunningham, who was defending Hill on the deep pass. And like you said, the pass from Crass just out of the reach of the receiver, what would have been just a deflating play for the Claiborne defense, all ready to kick off the drive. Had that pass converted, and Claiborne kind of holding their breath there on that deep ball.
Second down and 10. Send one receiver now off to either side. Crash stands in the gun, has back to either side of him. Claiborne may bring pressure here. Man in motion now from the right to the left is Wilson. Hands off to Wilson. Wilson on the jet sweep to the 50 and gets taken down just inside Blue Devil territory. They'll bring up third down.
As a defensive look for Claiborne, it looked like they were sending every Blue Devil available towards the rush, and it resulted in a fairly decent gain for Claiborne. It's going to make it third and manageable. We'll see what the Bobcats draw up here on third down. And for Claiborne, you've got to get off the field as you let Oliver Springs get onto your own side of your own territory the previous two drives.
Third down and 6. Bobcats still looking for the first third down conversion. And Claiborne will jump. Blue Devils drawn off sides, and that will make it from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 1 as it now goes into Blue Devil territory to the Blue Devil 46-yard line.
You said third down and 1, Adam, and it looks like it may be even less than that. If you are going to call it third down and 1, it's really third down in inches. No guesses here on what's going to be the play call for Oliver Springs on this third down and short.
5:34 left to go first half. Again, Bobcats lead this one 7-6. One receiver to either side. Again, shotgun formation for Crass. Has a back to either side. Making two receivers now on the right side. Crass hands off, going up the middle, getting the first down, past the 45 to about the 43-yard line was Landon Everett.
And that's a tough scenario to deal with when you're on the defensive side. When Oliver Springs lines up with the split defensive backs with Walls and Everett on either side of Crass, it's tough to really find out which way the ball is going, especially when there's only 1 yard to go to get the first down marker.
He picked up 3, and it's a K&K middle, first down and 10 for the Bobcats, now at the Claiborne 43-yard line. Two receivers right side, one to the left. Crass again in the gun, is going to hand off, go to the near side to the 40. Getting past the 40 near the 35-yard line was Walls for the Bobcats.
As was Everett converting that fourth down. They go over to Walls now on this first down play is, again, that two-headed monster of Walls and Everett in the backfield is really giving Claiborne some troubles defensively. Again, lining up in that split back look, going either left or right or up the middle. It's hard to judge which way you're going, especially if you're a defensive linebacker or a defensive lineman or a linebacker.
Second down and 2. Two receiver to the right, one to the left. There's going to be a handoff to the near side and taken down to the backfield. On the run was Michael Crawford as he's taken down at the 39 for a loss of 4.
And that was Lucas Neely, the senior, who finally got into the backfield and made a huge defensive play to make it third down as he brought Crawford down immediately. I don't think that Oliver Springs has been shut down that quickly on the run thus far all game long. What a defensive play by Neely to really essentially get behind the backfield untouched.
Third down and let's call it 6 yards to go. Bobcats are 1 for 3 on third downs. Two receiver to the right side. Two now to the left. Spread them out. Crass in the gun has it back to the left side. Claiborne may try to bring some pressure. They do so from the near side. Crass rolling, looking, gets the block. He gets the pass. It's completed. And he's going to get the first down inside the 30 near the 28-yard line.
What a nice pass completion rolling off to the far sideline. Completed the pass to Michael Crawford as it was the running back for Oliver Springs who was able to pick up a nice block from an incoming Blue Devil defender that would have brought Crass down to the field at the last second. What could have resulted in disaster for Oliver Springs ends up being a first down pass completion thanks to the nice block in the backfield.
It's a K&K Metal first down and 10 for Bobcats from the Blue Devil 27. Man in motion now from the right to the left. This is going to be a handoff up the middle, and it was Everett taking the ball forward to about let's call it almost a 25-yard line for a gain of 2.
As Everett gets another carry on the drive, it's really a nice, I think that Oliver Springs is having a nice balance with carries between Everett and Walls, trying to keep the defense guessing with which ball carrier it's going to go to. I think that ball really may have even popped out towards the end of the play as Everett may have been down nonetheless.
Second down and 8. Two receivers off to either side. Again, Crass in the gun has it back to his left side. Option play. No, it's going to be reversed to the near side, to the 30, to the 25, cutting inside to the 20, to the 15, still breaking tackles, inside the 15, near the 10-yard line. And on the run was Mason Hills. He just took the pitch on the reverse. Hill brings the ball down to about the 12-yard line for a 13-yard run.
Well, Oliver Springs has really not been able to put very many points on the board this season, but you wouldn't really know that from watching this first half of play as they're really moving the ball with a great play call, lining up two receivers on the far sideline and having the defense thinking that you're running an option to the left side, but all of a sudden it comes all the way to the near sideline and it results in a big gain.
To K&K Metal first down and 10 at the 11. One receiver left side, two to the right. Split backs with Crass into man in motion now from the right to the left. And we have a flag from the back judge, and we're going to have a false start against the Bobcats. And that will move Oliver Springs back 5 yards.
I believe that's the first penalty of the season. Not of the season, rather, of the game. Of the game for Oliver Springs. I'm looking at statistics here for penalties on the season as Oliver Springs has 27 entering this contest, and that was the first one of the game. And what's the third drive of the game?
We got a timeout taken by Claiborne. We'll take it with them. 2:17 left to go first half. Bobcats still with the Blue Devils, 7-6.
If you enjoy lakes, boating, mountains, and great food, you'll love Norris Landing Marina in Claiborne County, Tennessee. Located off Lone Mountain Road, Norris Landing Marina has these benefits for you. A 170-slip marina with seasonal rental slips, rental pontoon and pleasure boats, vacation cabins and cottages, a 23-space RV park, and Jimmy's Place restaurant. Great food and casual dining in an on-the-water setting. Contact us and make the Norris Landing Marina your enjoyment destination.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
2:17 remaining here in the first half. Bobcats leading this one 7-6. This is their third offensive drive. First one turned the ball over on down. Second one They punched it into the end zone, and they're trying to do so here once again to be a K&K Middle first down and 10. Ball resting at the Blue Devils 16-yard line after the timeout. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Blake Crass, the sophomore, in the gun, rolls off left side. Wanting to pass, feeling pressure, rolls off left side, and will get the ball forward, near back to the initial line of scrimmage as he was out of bounds, near the 11.
What a job it was by the Claiborne defense as Crass tried to roll out to the left side with the Bobcats lining up with 4 wide receivers on that play. Tremendous coverage all around, bottling up all the receivers on the play for Oliver Springs as really Crass had nowhere to throw the football, and he got a decent chunk of yardage off of, making something happen, improvising with his legs, but nonetheless a nice job by the secondary of Claiborne.
Second down and 9 after the 6-yard quarterback run. 2 receivers off to either side. Crass again in the gun, has it back to his left side. Crass once again rolls off left side, looking, throws off into the corner. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be incomplete. Receiver could not come down with it over there on the top side of the corner, and it's going to bring up third down for Oliver Springs.
Crass tried to float that ball towards the top right corner of the end zone into double coverage, and what was really a pretty nice pass, although he tried to lead the receiver inbounds. The receiver may not have been inbounds had he caught the ball or not, but a very gutsy play call to again go straight for the end zone on second down and long. Now on third down and long here again, it may be the same story here, trying to convert on fourth down if you don't pass the sticks.
Third down and 9. 2 receivers off to the left, 1 to the right, 2 backs in the backfield with Crass as he stands in the gun, and the Bobcats, about 2 or 3 of them, we'll call it, jumped off sides. The Bobcats are going to mark themselves back into the 5 yards. We talked about it. They hadn't had a penalty. They got to the 11-yard line. Now they've had 2 false start penalties. And this will put them at the 15 on third down.
Yeah, and it's going to prove to be very costly, really coming up with the 2 turnovers at the worst time. Here is we're essentially inside the Claiborne red zone for what is the second time tonight, as it resulted in a touchdown after several tries on the last drive, and now it's third down and very long. As for Oliver Springs here is what I'm seeing on these 3 drives. The Bobcats are able to move the ball all the way down deep into Claiborne territory, but for the majority haven't been able to finish the drive, haven't been able to punch it in the end zone with the exception of once.
Third down and 15. 4 wide receivers. Crass going to hand off. Halfback pass into the end zone. Did he catch it? He did not. It is incomplete. The pass was thrown by Dylan Walls as the Bobcats tried their second trick play, and now they're going to be faced with fourth down, and I believe they're going to attempt this field goal.
Yeah, well, and that was a perfect example of really doing everything right but finishing the play. I love the call with the trick play, the handoff to Walls as Walls throws it to the end zone, and the receiver does everything but hang on to the ball. I think the ground caused that incompletion.
This will be a 34-yard attempt. Snap is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. Timeout on the field, 1:46 left to go first half. The Bobcats, after a 36-yard field goal, they now lead Claiborne this new score. It is Oliver Springs 10, it is Claiborne 6.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Yesteryear Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
Oliver Springs scores on a 12-play drive and leaves 1:46 on the clock. Field goal from 36 yards out by Zach Brooks, the senior, puts the Bobcats back on the board. And now we just won by 4 by the score of 10-6.
Even though Oliver Springs was not able to find the end zone, they were able to get 3 points off of the very impressive kick by Brooks. And Oliver Springs leads it heading into the halftime break. Keep in mind, the Bobcats are going to get the ball to start the second half.
Brooks is now 3 for 3 on the season. I was looking over the stats as he kicks this one off deep. And that'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And it kind of goes to the point I was getting ready to say. His longest field goal in the season, have you seen this? 43 yards.
Yeah. Well, he definitely has a leg. We've seen some legs in the past, as Cumberland Gap's Neverstitch comes to mind as some of the best kickers that we've seen this season, and I think that Brooks is right up there with them.
Even Howard, I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Howard's not had a tremendous amount of attempts from field goal range from what we've seen, but last time he was here, he went 4 for 4 on extra points. Had this one this evening blocked.
6 for 6, actually.
Yeah. It's a K&K Middle first down and 10 from the 20. I formation, one receiver to either side. So they handoff to the 25 to the 30. And this is Beeson, I believe, past the 30-yard line to the 34-yard line as the quarterback in the contest is Eli Stone.
Yep, Eli Stone seeing his first action of the game again. Claiborne really has flirted with a variety of options at quarterback all game long, whether it be Eli Stone or whether it be Evan Poor. This is the first time that Stone gets the snap at QB, and they hand it off to Beeson, and of course the senior at his most reliable position in the backfield.
I formation on a K&K Middle first down and 10 at the 34-yard line. One receiver to either side. Stone again, hands off, fullback up the middle to the 40, dragging people is Laws past the 40 to about the 42-yard line. It does not pick up a first down, and Claiborne has one timeout remaining. They've got to get moving.
Yeah, well, with the Bulldogs, they're trying to run this 2-minute...
Blue Devils.
Gotcha. Well, with the Blue Devils trying to run this 2-minute drill here, as like you said, with only one timeout, got to keep moving as we're just approaching 1 minute to go in the half.
One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Second down and 8. Stone now goes under the center. I formation behind him. Stone, hands off. Beeson trying to get to the outside. He does just that. Gets to the 45. They'll stop the clock for to look at the chains. First down for Claiborne.
And while the clock will stop momentarily to move the chains, Claiborne at some point here with Stone here at quarterback is going to have to put the ball in the air within the next few plays to try and get in the end zone, or at least try and get in field goal range.
45 seconds and counting now. We're down to 40 seconds and counting left to go first half. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. Stone just now is going to under center with 33 seconds and counting. Split backs behind him. Stone dropping, looking, throws slant pattern. It's going to be intercepted on the near sideline. Getting the interception for the Bobcats was Sean Ross. The pass was intended for, looks to be Hayden Holland, and I believe him and Stone were on different wavelengths. He cut in, the pass went out, and the Bobcats get the turnover.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. What was a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver, as Stone's pass really kind of stayed in the air on the lob towards the sideline, and it was bobbled by the defensive back, Ross. He was able to come up with the catch, and just like that, the thought of Claiborne trying to put up any points before the end of the half, that thought has now gone away, and seemingly Oliver Springs is going to lead into the halftime break.
I formation on a K&K Middle first down and 10 at the 40. Crass, pitch out to the near side to the 40. And being taken down still on his feet past the 45 and eventually being taken out of bounds on the near sideline. On the run was Crawford. Crawford brings the ball forward to the 45-yard line, a gain of 5 with 16 seconds left to go.
Tough run by Crawford, managing to get out of bounds after breaking several tackles. And now with 16 seconds to go until the end of the half, we'll wonder if Oliver Springs tries to go with some trickeration or if they try to throw it deep towards the end zone, as we've seen that the Bobcats have liked to go with that trickeration on some of those play calls.
Second down and 5, ball at the Bobcat 45-yard line. One receiver off to either side. I formation for Crass. Looking at 3 down linemen. Crass, pitch out. Toes to reverse, going to the left side. This is Hill. He's got a wall of blockers to the 45. He's to the 50, trying to reverse the field. Now he does so inside Claiborne territory to the 47-yard line. The clock will stop on the first down. And did Oliver Springs take a timeout?
Yes.
I don't know. Yes, now they did. Ball's at the 47-yard line. So all of that for Mason Hill. I felt like he ran forever. Yeah. And all he picked up was 8 yards.
Yeah, well, again, I mentioned the trickeration, and that is exactly what Oliver Springs opted to go for on the double reverse there, with going to the far sideline rather, and the ball carrier for Oliver Springs really looking to try and reverse his field and trying to get something out of what he had towards the end of that play. Now with 4 seconds to go, you got to think this is going to be a heave, possibly for Oliver Springs, or maybe even another trick play to see what they line up here.
4 seconds remain on this clock. So I said they have 1 timeout remaining, but I don't think it's going to really matter here, as they are at the Blue Devil 48-yard line. See if Blake Crass, the sophomore quarterback, has an arm. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation. He has it back to his left side on a K&K Middle first down. Crass rolls off left side, picks up a block, throws the ball off. It is incomplete off the outside, and that will bring us to the halftime break. We played 1 half here at Claiborne High School. Our halftime score is the Bobcats 10. It's the Blue Devils 6. Folks, stay tuned. Halftime festivities right after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
If you enjoy lakes, boating, mountains, and great food, you'll love Norris Landing Marina in Claiborne County, Tennessee. Located off Lone Mountain Road, Norris Landing Marina has these benefits for you: a 170-slip marina with seasonal rental slips, rental pontoon and pleasure boats, vacation cabins and cottages, a 23-space RV park, and Jimmy's Place restaurant. Great food and casual dining in an on-the-water setting. Contact us and make the Norris Landing Marina your enjoyment destination.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423-869-4261.
Brooks kicks it off, and the second half is underway. An end-over-end kick. That'll bounce into the north end zone, and it'll put the Blue Devils at their 20-yard line, and that's where they'll start with a K&K Middle first down and 10. Now let's see who the quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
Will it be Beeson? Will it be Stone? It's going to be Stone, as he's on the near sideline talking it over with the coaching staff.
And that's right, as Stone came out at the quarterback look on the final drive of the half, and where Stone threw an interception, where Claiborne was really trying to score very quickly. So you can attribute that turnover right there to just the sense of urgency. We'll see now what Stone does when there's plenty of time to work with.
It's a K&K Middle first down and 10 from the 20-yard line. One receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Ace backfield, excuse that, split backs behind Stone. Stone, quarterback keep up the middle. He just takes off with it and picks up 4 yards on the initial run.
I like the play call there to kick off the second half of play on first down. Defense wasn't expecting just kind of a quarterback run up the middle, and gets a decent gain on first down to open things up.
So it'll bring up second down. Second down and 6 for Claiborne, as they will break the huddle. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Split backs once again behind Stone. Stone looking at the 5-man front by Bobcats. Stone hands off, Walls breaks the first tackle, stutter steps past the 25, getting close to the 30-yard line. Waits to see where they'll mark him. Looks like he's just about, well, they're going to mark it right on the 30. That's going to be another K&K Middle first down and 10.
On the first down run from Laws to the right side, bouncing it to the near sideline. It was a nice job by the Bobcat defense to really close that hole very quickly, but nonetheless, the junior is able to dive for the first down, and it's a new set of chains.
It's a K&K Middle first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, Stone goes under the center, split backs behind him. Again, looking at 5 down linemen, almost a 5-2 look by the Bobcats. Stone quickly throws it out, complete to the 30. To the 35, breaking tackles to the 40, still on his feet to the 45, and eventually being taken out of bounds is Hunter Rosenbaum.
And both of these teams really opening up their play calling here as this game has gone along, as Coach Medlin draws up a bubble screen play to Rosenbaum on the near sideline, and the senior, as I mentioned it really all season long, is it would be nice if they could get Rosenbaum more involved in the offense, as he's a playmaker for the Blue Devils, and he shows you why with that first down catch and run.
12 yards on the pass completion, sets up another Kankakee first down and 10 for the Blue Devils. 2 receiver to the left side, again 1 to the right. They're on the near hash mark, working from right to left. Split backs for Stone. Stone looks it over, takes the snap, hands off, fumbled on the play, and Oliver Springs has got this one at the 38-yard line in Claiborne territory.
And falling on top of the football was the sophomore Matt Armstrong on yet another miscommunication in the backfield. There's been far too many of those tonight. And what happens when there's too many of those miscommunications in the backfield? Eventually one is not going to fall your way. And it was only a matter of time before those fumbles led to a defensive recovery. And it sure did that time with Armstrong falling on top of it. And now the Bobcats, with this offensive drive, starting it well into Claiborne territory.
They're going to start at the Blue Devil 38-yard line. To Kane came out of first down and 10. 2 receivers right side, 1 to the left. Shotgun for Crass with 2 backs. Misdirection to the left side. And being taken down near the line of scrimmage on the run was Everett.
And with the Blue Devil defense expecting Everett up the middle on first down, as they've really gone towards Everett on a lot of first down scenarios with that formation, as we have an injured Blue Devil on the play.
Everett actually lost a yard on the run, on the misdirection. We do have a Claiborne player down at the 39-yard line. While the athletic training staff and the coaches tend to him, let's take a quick break. 10:19 left to go, third quarter. Oliver Springs still leads this one, 10-6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423.
It is Matt Cupp, who is the injured Blue Devil, coming over to the near side.
And if you're Claiborne, you certainly hope that Cupp can get back on the field when he is up and ready, as he's been a standout defensive player throughout his time here at Claiborne, the junior defensive lineman.
Second down and 11. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right for the Bobcats. 2 backs around Crass as he stands in the gun. Man in motion is Hill from the right to the left. They'll hand off to Hill. Hill trying to find the seam. Trying to find some blockers, gets positive yards to the 35, and dives forward to like the 32-yard line, but there was a flag on the play, and as far as he was trying to stretch it out, I imagine we're going to get a hold.
I think you're absolutely right, and the Bobcat offense can sense it as they're already moving back. That is the call with a hold, and what was a nice play by, I believe it was Mason Hill, who came around on the after coming in motion and really staying patient with his receiving blocking core. However, that resulted in that holding penalty.
So 10 yards marked off against him. Sets the ball back to the Claiborne 47-yard line. Second down and long. 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. I formation for Crass. Crass, pitch out. This is going to be a reverse going to the near side once again, and he's got some blockers to the 50. Cuts back to the 45, trying to break some tackles, does so to the 40, and eventually gets pushed down as we're going to get a flag on the play as it was Laws that brought the ball to the near side. And we're going to block it back against Oliver Springs right at the point of tackle.
As it was, I believe it was Bryce Laws for Claiborne who made the tackle on the ball carrier, and when the flag came out after the tackle, I initially thought it could have been a late hit out of bounds, which I didn't think that would have been the correct decision. And as you see the call from the official being a block in the back against Oliver Springs. So now with the Bobcats, with their first drive of this second half being well into Claiborne territory, it's now penalties that are costing Oliver Springs on this drive, as in previous drives they weren't able to convert crucial fourth down scenarios, and now here it's the flags that are costing.
Claiborne declines the penalty and it'll bring up third down for Bobcats. It'll be third down. Let's call it right at 13, almost 14 yards to go.
I like the decision by Medlin to decline the penalty, making it third down and long.
2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right, and the Bobcats will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 9:22 left to go, third quarter. Bobcats lead the Blue Devils 10-6.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
Back out to Claiborne High School. Well, the Oliver Spring Bobcats lead us on by 4, 10-6. And they are faced with a third down and 14. Bobcats in the first half, 2 of 5 unofficially on third downs. Now we'll wait and see if they can get this one on third and long. They just spent their first time out of the second half. Ball's on the near hash mark at the Blue Devil 41-yard line. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Crass in the gun has a back to his left side. Now sends the man in motion is Wilson from the right to the left. And it's going to be option play out to Wilson. Wilson bobbles it, picks it up off one bounce, gets past the 40 to the 35. And it's going to go forward to about the 34-yard line, so the Bobcats are still going to have fourth down.
And that ball carried on the play was the senior Garrett Wilson, who fumbled the ball while he was coming around into the defense, and really when he dropped the ball, it bounced right back to him off of the turf, and ended up being a pretty decent run, making it fourth and manageable. And I think because of this run, because that run covered so much ground, Oliver Springs is going to go for it again.
Fourth down coming for the Bobcats. Fourth down at 5. 2 receivers right side, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation for Crass, has a back to his left side. Crass dropping, looking. Rolls off left side, feeling the pressure, still rolling off, throws it. It is intercepted. Coming to the near sideline of the 30. To the 35, getting pumped, still on his feet. And he's going to eventually be taken down as on the interception was Hayden Holland.
Wow, what a defensive play from Claiborne. And you can give the assist to number 36, Lucas Neely, as Neely applied the pressure on Crass, forcing Crass to really roll out to the left side and fire off a pass before he wanted to, and it fell into the waiting arms of Holland, and a very nice defensive play. So another failed fourth down conversion for Oliver Springs, and Claiborne will take over.
Blue Devils have the ball at their 37-yard line on the far hash mark. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. I formation. And it is Stone still in the game. Hands off to the fullback, going forward. Picking up right about 2 yards. And that's going to draw a flag as the tight end on the near side. Actually, I'll take that back. That's not the tight end. That's a running back. That's Hunter Rosenbaum, who is actually listed as a receiver, whichever position you want to put him at. Got a great block. But after the whistle, as his defender was on the ground, he hit him again. That's going to cost the Blue Devils 15 yards.
Yeah, it was the sophomore Landon White that was in the tussle with Rosenbaum, and which is going to be that penalty against Rosenbaum, and he'll head to the sideline following the flag. And so for Claiborne now, backed up following the penalty. It's been really, so far here in this third quarter, it's really been a quarter of mistakes here for both sides. Both sides making some key penalties, a couple of turnovers here and there. It's really been somewhat of a sloppy start to the second half, as we've seen a few mistakes.
It'll be second down and 23 yards to go for the Blue Devils. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. I formation again for Claiborne. Handoff, coming to the near side, trying to find some blockers. Getting the ball forward near the 30-yard line. As running with the football is number 3, Livesey.
As where Livesey gets his first carry of the second half, trying to give the Blue Devils a little bit of breathing room here. And it's still going to be third down and forever for the Claiborne offense. And we'll see what Medlin draws up, what Coach Medlin draws up here. As plenty of possibilities here on, I believe, what's going to go down as a third and let's call it 18-ish, I believe.
Thank you, Rod. I was trying to do the math. We'll call it third and 18. Ball on the near hash mark. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Split backs behind the quarterback. Pressure coming. Stone doesn't see the pressure. No, he does. Goes off into the screen pass to the 30. Middle of the field to the 35. Getting it all forward about the 36-yard line. On the catch was Beeson.
And while Beeson was able to pick up a nice yardage play there after the catch on the backside throw from Stone, you can really attribute this upcoming punt from Claiborne to that penalty on first down, as you got to believe without that penalty, this Blue Devil drive still could be alive. And however, it's going to force a punt from Claiborne. And again, Oliver Springs should get very nice field position for the second time this quarter.
Only the second punt for Claiborne this evening. Good snap. Better punt this time. It's a spiral that'll be taken on the run backwards to the 25-yard line. Far house to the 30, to the 35, and being wrapped around and taken down to the 30-yard line. On the return was Mason Hill.
And Hill was brought down by Neely, as Lucas Neely's really he's been a defensive standout for the Blue Devils so far on this season. The seniors made a lot of nice tackles, not only in this game, but all season long. Tremendous coverage by Neely, as Hill really was able to catch the ball off that very nice punt from Claiborne, but was met immediately after first contact from Neely.
It's a Kane Camillo first down and 10 for the Bobcats at their 41-yard line. One receiver, make the two receiver to the left side, now two to the right. Crass is in the gun, has it back to his left side. Sends a man in motion now from the right to the left is Hill. Hill goes behind him. Hand off to the fullback up the middle, and this is the Bobcats bringing the ball forward to about the 45-yard line.
And on the carry was Walls, I believe, the senior. As again, with that threat of Walls or Everett carrying the football for Oliver Springs, and it results in a nice gain to kick things off on first down. As for Claiborne, obviously you're going to want to try and get off the defense, or want to get the defense off the field here with as few plays as possible.
Second down and 6. Again, 4 wide for Crass. Now sends the man in motion from the left to the right. Hand off to Wells again, and Wells hits the wall, but falls forward past the 45 to the 46-yard line for a gain of 1.
And he sure did hit a wall. As soon as he hit the line of scrimmage, he was met by a Claiborne defensive lineman for essentially what was no gain. And now what is another third and medium. Oliver Springs has been put in this scenario several times tonight. And again, they've gone for it on fourth down several times tonight as well. So we'll see what Oliver Springs draws up here on 3rd and 6.
It's actually 3rd and 4. 2 receivers to either side. Crass in the gun once again. Dropping. Throws off left side. It's complete. Stutter stepping around the blocker to the 50. And Claiborne will eventually wrap the receiver up, that being Mason Hill, but not before he gets in Blue Devil territory to the 49-yard line and gets enough for a Kane Camillo first down and 10.
And it was Mason Hill who grabbed the catch and was really kind of dancing around, around his blockers after he made the catch, and it almost cost him as that hesitation trying to get around the blocker nearly cost him the first down. However, the junior was able to stretch forward past the first down marker to move the chains, and what was a crucial third down conversion for Oliver Springs. They needed that one in the worst way.
So Kane came out of first down and 10, ball at the Claiborne 48-yard line. One receiver left side, 2 to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Crass. He stands in the gun. Now sends man in motion from the left to the right is Hill. Fakes it to Hill. Hands off. Flag on the play as the ball is carried forward to the 45-yard line by Walls. This is in the area of a hold.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to be another hold against Oliver Springs. We'll see if that is indeed the case.
Holding.
And it is. And again, the Bobcats really kind of negating their successful plays on offense with these penalties. It's really, as we mentioned earlier, it was a penalty-free game up until about midway through the second quarter, and here in the second half, it's been a mistake-filled quarter for not only for Oliver Springs but for both teams. These flags really costing both squads on both sides of the field.
That'll mark the ball back to the Bobcat 44-yard line, and once again, it'll be a Kane Camillo first down. This time, first down 18. 2 receiver to the left side. Now man in motion from the right to the left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Walls brings the ball forward to about the 46-yard line for a gain of 2.
And with 3 chances to try and get 18 yards, Walls just tries to give Oliver Springs some distance here and tries to give the Bobcats some room. Doesn't go for a lot, but Oliver Springs still has 2 more plays to work with, and possibly even 3 if they can get within distance. As we've seen so far in this game, the Bobcats like to go with some trickery, and it's worked on several occasions.
Second down and 16. So we approach 4 minutes remaining here to go to third quarter. Bobcats leading the Blue Devils 10-6. 2 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Crass in the guns and the man in motion. That's Hill from the right to the left. And it's going to be an option. Hill was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Did he lose that ball, or did he actually pull that one down?
I believe he hung on somehow.
I don't know how Hill kept a hold of that one, but he gets drilled and is taken back to the 42 for a loss of 4.
Well, it was a late decision by Crass to pitch that ball over to Hill, and it turned into a near disaster as Rosenbaum met Hill immediately after he somehow pulled that ball in with what could have been even one hand, but was drilled immediately for a huge defensive play by Rosenbaum.
It'll be 3rd down and 20 here for the Bobcats. They are 3 for 7 unofficially on 3rd down here this evening. One make that 2 receiver to the right side, 2 to the left. Crass in the gun, has it back to his left side. Crass is going to drop, look, sets up the screen to the left. Right side is complete and brought down for minimal gain as he's brought down to the 44-yard line. On the catch was Garrett Wilson.
And a nice pursuit by the junior Austin Cunningham to bring down the receiver after that catch for minimal gain. And a nice defensive stand for the Blue Devils in what's been a scoreless third quarter so far. And now when the defense has been able to come up big with a couple of turnovers, a few stops on 3rd down, now the offense has got to pick it up for Claiborne on the other end off of this punt. The Blue Devils have got to find the scoreboard again.
Beeson back deep to receive this punt from Brooks, who's averaging quite a few yards per punt. This one's a spiral in the air, and Beeson's going to pick it up at the 25. To the 30, to the near sideline, 35, to the 40, to the 45. He was just twinkle-toeing down the sideline. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the Blue Devil 47-yard line, looking like Fred Flintstone, twinkle-toeing down the sideline, but could not keep his toes in.
And I believe there may have been a flag coming in early at the play on the near sideline, as that was, again, a tremendous play by Beeson.
We get a sideline warning against Claiborne.
And that's what the flag was on, that's who the flag was on, rather, against Claiborne. But what a play from Beeson. As you said, tiptoeing on the sideline. What a play there to gain what was essentially an extra 10 yards at least, with very little room to work with on the sideline. So a very nice punt return from Beeson.
So the ball sits at the Blue Devil 47-yard line for a K&K Metal 1st down and 10. I just realized I used a Fred Flintstone reference, and I don't know if the younger kids even know who Fred Flintstone is.
Well, I'm sure they would.
Hopefully.
I'm sure the majority would.
1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. I formation. Looks like Stone's still in at quarterback. Stone, hands off. This is Beeson to the right side of midfield to the 50. Outside 45. He gets taken down right at the 1st down marker near the 42-yard line in Bobcat territory.
That's smart play calling by Claiborne to give the ball to the player that has the hottest hand, and that is Beeson coming off of the huge punt return. He gets the carry on 1st down, and remember, Beeson started this game at quarterback.
Yep.
And now he's in the backfield carrying the ball off of handoffs from Stone, and he's producing some nice runs, and we'll see if Claiborne can build this momentum and try to punch it into the end zone or at least get 3.
It's a K&K Metal 1st down and 10 at the Bobcat 43-yard line. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Again, I formation for Stone. Stone hands off to the fullback, and this is Wells past the 40, past the 35, to about the 34-yard line.
That was very quick decision-making by Eli Stone to hand the ball off to Laws up the middle, as I think had Stone kept that football, he would have been met immediately by the Bobcat defense. 2 very nice runs to open up this drive from Claiborne with Beeson and Laws with the balanced rushing attack.
9 yards on the run by Bryce Laws, sets up 2nd down and 1 as we're under 90 seconds left to go 3rd quarter. Bobcats lead 10-6. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. I formation again for Stone. Stone, keeper, gets the 1st down, he's to the 30. And I believe that's where they'll eventually mark his forward progress. But it is good enough for the K&K Metal 1st down and 10.
Nice play call on 2nd down and short. You had 2 chances to try and get about a yard or 2. And Stone does it and then some to convert the 1st down. Now with this Blue Devil offense having the most production that it has had in the 2nd half here, as you'd like to think that they would have the ball for the remainder of this 3rd quarter, should they have a big play and get the end zone.
On a K&K Metal 1st down and 10, 2 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. I formation for Stone. 45 seconds and counting 3rd quarter. Stone, keeper again, going right up the middle. His offensive line's getting a heck of a push, and Stone's going to pick up 4 yards on the keeper.
Claiborne has seen something that they like on that first down quarterback keeper up the middle, and obviously it's producing some success on the run game with the offensive line really providing a nice hole for Stone to run through.
4 yards in a cloud of dust.
Yeah, that's
4
right.
yards in a cloud of dust.
Yep.
Second down and 6. 15 seconds counting. This should be the final play of the third quarter. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. This time split backs behind Stone. He's got to hurry. He's got 4 seconds on the game clock. 3, 2. Gets the snap, hands off up the middle. This is going, bouncing off defender, still bouncing off defender, past the 15. He's close to the 10-yard line, caught to the 11. And that's where the Blue Devils will at the start of the fourth quarter of play. We've played 3 here at Claiborne High School. Our score, it is Oliver Springs 10. It is Claiborne 6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423.
As we start the fourth quarter action, Blue Devils in driving distance. A K&K Metal first down and 10 from the Bobcat 12. Inside the 10, ball is on the ground, and I believe Oliver Springs has recovered this at the 9-yard line, and they have off the run by Walls.
And wow, what a way to start the fourth quarter for the Oliver Springs defense, and what a deflating way to start the fourth quarter for the Claiborne offense, as it seemed like the Blue Devils were going to have no problem marching into the end zone. And on the first play of the quarter, Laws coughs one up after picking up a few yards. And the Bobcats now, really, the defense, that turnover really bails them out, as it seemed like Claiborne could have scored and taken the lead.
Has a third turnover on the evening for Claiborne, and it sets the Bobcats with a K&K Metal first down and 10 at their 9-yard line.
All 3 of those turnovers have proved very costly so far in this game.
1 receiver left side, 1 to the right. I formation. Handoff coming to the near side, and Claiborne's defense bends a little bit as it is going to be taken up to the 13-yard line.
Dylan Walls on the carry for Oliver Springs. Now with the Bobcats fortunate to come up with that turnover just a few moments ago, and because it was so deep in their own territory, Oliver Springs has it with plenty of green to go on this drive, just trying to get some room with a few runs to open up the drive.
It'll be second down and 7. 1 receiver off to either side. I formation. Another handoff to the right side. This is Walls, and Walls brings the ball forward past the 15 to about the 16, let's call it the 17-yard line.
And now as we're inside the fourth quarter, again with both of these teams rushing the ball as much as they do, with the drives taking so much time off of the clock, if you Oliver Springs obviously want to hold the ball for as long as possible off of that crucial turnover just a few moments ago.
Bobcats will be faced with third down and 3. They are 3 of 8 on third down this evening. This one's a big one to keep Claiborne's offense off the field.
And a more manageable one at third down and only 3.
1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. Again, I formation for Crass. And Claiborne's going to jump offside, and they will give Oliver Springs the first down. So a hard count gets the Blue Devils to jump, and it's an automatic first down, as they only needed 3, and they'll get 5 off the penalty.
And as the defensive line for Claiborne was jumped off of the hard count, now we have at least 3 more plays in the drive from the Bobcat offense.
That's a 23 for a K&K Metal first down. 1 receiver to either side. I formation again for Crass. Hands off up the middle. And bring the ball forward to the 27-yard line. And once again is Dylan Walls. The senior is going to be sore on the ride back to Oliver Springs.
Yeah, you're right about that. It seems like he's getting up just a little bit slower after every hit that he takes. Walls, he's seen a huge bulk of carries on this contest. It looks like he's going to be heading over to the sideline following that carry.
1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right again. It's second down and 6. This is Crass going under the center once again. So just going to hand off to the fullback, or the tailback, I should say. And bring the ball forward to the 30-yard line is Michael Crawford, the other senior.
As Crawford was met by the Claiborne defender being number 52, Alex Vanover, the senior. who brought Crawford down after a short gain. But again, with these runs and that clock, really ticking away at each run that Oliver Springs has. Again, it's another third down and manageable. Early on in the game, they were third down and 10, third down and 12 and whatever. Now third down and 4 is obviously much easier to convert.
Third down and 4, 9:16 and counting, fourth quarter. One receiver off to either side. I formation. Claiborne jumps, they get back. Crass hands off, fullback, and Claiborne swallows it. To the line of scrimmage on the run was Everett.
And it was Lucas Neely, again the senior defender who really has a nose for the football on defense at that defensive end position. As again, the Claiborne defensive line nearly went offsides again, but this time they were able to not jump soon. They weren't able to jump the gun. Fortunate for the defense, and they come up with a big play in the backfield.
Oliver Springs looking at fourth down and 4.
And this is very interesting.
And they're going to go for this.
Yeah, very interesting. The Bobcats are going to go for.
Watch the hard count.
Yeah, that's
one receiver to the left side, one to the right. Offset eye to the left. Crass tries to get him to jump, and we'll get a delay of game penalty against the Bobcats. So Claiborne's defense, they hold true there, and now Oliver Springs will back up to their 25-yard line for fourth down.
It seems like the whole Claiborne faithful here in New Tazewell was holding their breath on that fourth down play, as you knew that Oliver Springs was going to try and get that defense to jump off sides. Fortunate for the Blue Devil defense, they did not do so, and they're going to get the football back with good field position.
Brooks back to punt. High, spiraling kick, and it goes out of bounds past the 35 to about the 34. They're going to mark it to the 33-yard line.
Crappy, give a crappy mark.
And that's where the Blue Devils will start with a K&K medal, first down and 10. 8:12 remaining.
And a very interesting spot from the official that time is they officially mark it down at the 33, let's call it, but it seemed like it may have been a little bit farther than that. Nonetheless, Claiborne, I think they can pick up the few yards there. As they've been able to run the ball very well today.
Two receiver to the left side, one to the right. Stone in at quarterback, goes under the center, I formation. Oliver Springs may bring pressure with 5 linemen. Stone, keeper up the middle, he's to the 35, and eventually taken down to the 36-yard line. Stone picks up 3.
And again, with the first down keeper up the middle, it's the, I don't know how many times that Claiborne has ran that play so far, but every time they've ran that play on first down, it's been for just a few yards. As you say, 4 yards and a cloud of dust. And there you go.
Second down, let's call it. Short 7 to go. Clock running, 7:44 and counting. It's running in Oliver Springs' favor. One receiver to the near side, 2 receivers to the left. Stone goes under the center, split backs behind him. Stone, pitch out. And being taken down in the backfield will be number 3, Storm Livesey. As it was kind of a late pitch, the defense was all over it, and Livesey will go back to the 30-yard line for a loss of 6.
Yeah, fantastic job by the Bobcat defense, as it was Sean Ross who made the tackle on Livesey for Claiborne. Nice job of the defense staying patient, not biting in on the option play, forcing Stone to pitch the ball very late, and it resulted in a loss.
That'll bring up third down. Third down and 13. Claiborne on the evening, unofficially 4 of 6 on third downs.
And this may be the longest third down they've had to convert so far, at least one of the longest.
One receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation, 2 backs around the quarterback. Stone, low snap. He's going to pick it up, roll off to the right side. Stops, pops, throws off to the flat. It's incomplete. Rosenbaum had it and dropped it. And that'll bring up fourth down.
And Rosenbaum on the corner route, I believe even if the senior had caught it, he would have been short of the sticks. And it's going to force Claiborne to punt the ball away, and you're going to go back to that second down run where the Blue Devils lost a huge chunk of yardage. And they're going to have to give the ball immediately right back to Oliver Springs. So now the defense for Claiborne is going to have to come up big, as they did on their previous drive.
There's 6:32 left to go here inside of the fourth as Claiborne sets up to punt this one. Nice punt, spiraling Oliver Springs will walk away from it. It'll take a Blue Devil bounce. It bounced at the 35, and it'll eventually roll dead. Man, oh man, down at the 14-yard line.
Well, there's no question what the best punt of the day is, as we just saw it from Claiborne. And that's going to pin Oliver Springs back very deep. And we'll see now, I mean, obviously the Bobcats should be playing very conservative as they have this 10-6 lead. As we've seen no scoring here so far in the second half. And, you know, the Bobcats obviously going to look to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball some more.
That was a 56-yard punt after the net.
Yeah.
And that will set up a K&K Middle first down and 10 for the Bobcats at their 14-yard line. They lead this one 10-6 with 6:18 to go. Two receivers to the left side, one to the right. Shotgun formation, man in motion left to the right. Going to the near side, and the Bobcats are pushed down to the 15-yard line. As it is Everett that has the carry, number 11.
And with Everett on the first down carry up the middle, similar to where Claiborne likes to run that quarterback keeper up the middle, Oliver Springs likes to go with Everett on first down to start these drives, as it was the same story there, picking up a yard, and the clock keeps ticking.
We've got a stoppage now. I'm not even sure why.
I'm not either.
Well, ball's at the 15-yard line. Teams are still on the field. This must have an equipment problem. It'll be second down and 9 for the Bobcats as the clock now runs. One receiver to the left side, one to the right. I formation for Crass. Crass pitch out to the left side. Trying to find his blockers to the 15 and eventually being run out of bounds over on the near sideline. As that was Crawford.
A nice pursuit by the Claiborne defense, not allowing Crawford to get the room on the outside that he wanted. As there were a couple of nice blocks from Oliver Springs, but not enough to get the proper yardage that they wanted. And it's another third down and long scenario. And if you're the Claiborne defense, now that we're officially in the second half of this quarter, the defense really needs to get off the field on this play.
Third down. That's called a short 7 to go for Oliver Springs. Clock still running. Well, it's actually not running, but it's still in their favor with 5:40 to go. One receiver to the left side, two to the right. Shotgun formation for Crass, has a back to either side. Crass takes it. Option play to the right side. Out to the 20-yard line, being thrown out of bounds is Crawford. So give him two, and it's going to bring up fourth down once again.
And it was interesting. It seemed as if, as Crawford caught that pitch, it seemed like he was on an island with nobody but Claiborne defenders all around him. I didn't see a blocker in sight for Oliver Springs, and Crawford really had no chance to break the defensive pursuit by Claiborne. So if you're the Blue Devils, that's exactly what you wanted. 3 plays and out.
They're going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 5:29 left to go. Bobcats lead this one 10-6.
Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
So out of the Claiborne timeout, it'll be fourth down and 2. Bobcats will obviously punt this one. See what Zach Brooks has got, as Claiborne will send Beeson back deep to receive.
I believe this is only the second punt of the game for Oliver Springs, the third punt of the game, rather.
Brooks shanks it. He shanks it over into the crowd. My goodness, for such a solid kicker. He shanks that one, and it goes out of bounds on the near sideline, and the official marks it at the 20-yard line. He lost 2 on that punt.
And the Claiborne Blue Devil offensive unit says thank you very much for the nice field position. Now, for Claiborne, you have to finish this drive. This is an obvious scenario where the Blue Devils have got to get points on the field. They've gotten deep but haven't gotten into the end zone in the past couple of trips. That needs to change here.
2 receivers to the left side, 1 to the right. Stone in at quarterback, split backs behind him on a K&K Middle first down. Stone hands off, and going nowhere is the rushing attack. And that was Goins back to the line.
And even though that run from Goins really didn't get anywhere on first down, still 2 chances to get 10 yards, and the Claiborne offense has really moved the ball exceptionally well all game long. However, you wouldn't know that by looking at the scoreboard, as the Blue Devils only have 6 points to show for it because it's been those turnovers that have been proven costly on the day. But all that matters here is right now. If you can find the end zone with as little time left as possible, you could pull away with this victory.
Give Goins 1, second down and 9. Clock still running, 4:43 and counting. Bobcats lead by 4. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. I formation this time for Stone. Stone, hands off, coming to the near side of the 20, trying to cut back and getting just a few yards to the 17-yard line. I believe that was Goins once again on the run, and it was.
Well, I mentioned that the Claiborne offensive rushing attack has been successful tonight with the exception of those turnovers. Really haven't given very much credit to that Oliver Springs defensive unit who showed up big tonight. That Bobcat defensive group has allowed a lot of points this season so far through the first 4 games, albeit against very tough competition. Here against Claiborne, only allowing 6 points with only 4 minutes to go. This would be a huge third down stop here, although you got to think Claiborne will go for it if they don't make it.
Third down and 6. They're 4 of 7 on third downs this evening. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. I formation for Stones. We're under 4 minutes left to go. Pitch out to the left side. This is Beeson getting taken, breaking the first tackle, still inside the 15, and Beeson will not get the first down as he's eventually marked at let's call it the 12-yard line.
The sophomore Bailey Russell for Oliver Springs nearly got a piece of the ball carrier for Claiborne. And again, it's just short of this 4th down marker, and here comes your biggest play of the football game right here for the Blue Devils.
And they need 2. It's 4th down and 2. Stone runs in with the play. 3:13 and counting, 4th quarter. They need a first down. Ball's on the far hash mark as they go from left to right on your radio. 1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. Split backs behind Stone as he looks at about 5 down linemen for the Bobcats. Stone, hands off, fullback up the middle, trying to stretch forward to the 10-yard line. Will it be a first down? It's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils.
What a huge sigh of relief that is for the Claiborne offense. Just getting enough on the first down. Now got to think that if you're Claiborne, you want to hurry up and snap this football. Let's remember the last time, because, not allowing the officials to get a chance to review this play. Remember what happened early in the second quarter.
It's first down and goal to go. It's a Kane Committal first down and goal to go. Ball resting at the 10-yard line. 1 receiver split to the left, 2 receivers split to the right, ball on the far hash mark. Stone goes under the center with an I formation. Clock running at 2:38 and counting. Man in motion now from the right to the left. Handoff. This is Beeson fighting his way forward. He does not get there. Beeson brings the ball forward to about the 7-yard line.
Minimal gain on first down, but you get enough yards on first down to give the offense a little bit of a cushion, getting closer to the end zone. Again, you can't afford a mistake here. You can't afford a crucial turnover. Just kind of put your head down, try and get into the end zone and pass that defense. That would essentially be a game-winning score.
Second down and goal to go for the Bulldogs. For the Blue Devils. There's another one. 2 minutes and counting now left to go here inside this contest. 2 receiver to the right side, 1 to the left. I formation for Stone. Man in motion from the right to the left comes to the line. It's Rosenbaum. Stone, hands off, and being met and dropped is Beeson. Flag on the play. There's a late flag on the play at the 8-yard line. As late as it came in, this could be a face mask.
Yeah.
Could also be a hold.
And we'll see.
Claiborne players clapping. Personal foul, face mask against the Bobcats.
And that's going to make it an automatic
first
down for Claiborne. So what a huge play for the Blue Devils. And I was just getting ready to praise the Bobcat defense. However, they come up with a crucial penalty. Again, those penalties being key here, especially in the second half of play. And now Claiborne, they're on the doorstep. They're knocking on the door. And all they got to do is just get in.
1 receiver to the left side, 2 to the right. And now looks like Oliver Springs will take a timeout. We'll take this with them to catch our breath. 1:45 left to go inside of the 4th. Bobcats lead this one 10-6.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423.
Back out to Claiborne High School. Blue Devil night as living up to have a fantastic finish. Bobcats lead this one 10-6. Claiborne knocking on the door. Should have a K&K Metal first down and 10 after the personal foul. The ball at the 4-yard line with 1:45 on the clock, trailing by 4.
And it'll be very interesting to see now with 1:45 left to go in regulation. Should Claiborne find the end zone, what's going to happen after is going to be very crucial because remember, the Bobcats have a very, very good field goal kicker.
After the Oliver Springs timeout, Blue Devils break the huddle. Everybody's on the line. No wide receivers. Stone will go under the center. Split backs behind him. And we have a stoppage.
Could be another timeout for Claiborne.
No, Oliver Springs takes another timeout.
Yeah, that's right.
So that is their third and final timeout of the second half.
And that's very crucial with 1:45 to go, as you got to believe that Oliver Springs will get the ball back at some point in this game with 1:45 left to go, but now with no timeouts, it's going to be very hard. Should the Blue Devils find the end zone, it'll be very hard for the Bobcats to respond with no timeouts. And assuming that they want to have a long field to go off of the kickoff. So very interesting development here with 1:45 to go as this one's gone right down to the wire. Adam, it's the first time in 14 years that the Blue Devils are back at Claiborne, and you couldn't have asked for a more exciting finish here.
Yeah, these are the games whenever the Blue Devils, when I was in high school, I enjoyed. Yeah, but, you know, not to say we're not enjoying this one. It's just a little bit more stressful up here calling the action. Out of the third and final timeout for the Bobcats. Again, Claiborne has everybody on the line. It is a K&K Metal first down and goal to go from the 4. Stone, hands off, up the middle. Did Laws get in? And Laws is going to be marked down at the goal line.
Very close to pay dirt for Laws right up the middle.
Getting 3.
And that could be, this could work definitely in Claiborne's favor. As that clock just keeps on pushing and all that's left to go is about 1 yard, maybe even less.
Ball's on the 1-yard line for the for the Blue Devils. It's like 8 this time. For the Blue Devils on the 1, trying to get the game-winning score up the middle. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Claiborne scores with a 1:11 on the clock. Now the question is, will they go for 2?
Yeah, that's the exact question, because should they go for the PAT, it would only give them a 3-point cushion.
They're going for 1.
They're going to go.
No, well, maybe not. Howard's coming back off the field. They're going to go for this one.
Yeah, I think it's the wise decision. I think it's definitely to try and go for 2 to give it to give Claiborne a 4-point lead, trying to force Oliver Springs to find the end zone.
Claiborne will take the time out here to discuss this. It'll be their second timeout of the fourth quarter.
And now that the Blue Devils have finally found the end zone for the first time in what feels like forever, despite moving the football with success all game long, this could be the most crucial play call of the game. Because like I said, if you go for 2 and you don't make it, that sets up the Bobcats for a game-winning field goal opportunity.
But your first extra point was blocked.
Exactly.
And you said it's been a while? First quarter is when they scored that first touchdown.
That's right. So opening drive.
Oh, yeah, their opening drive, yeah.
So it's really, I got to say, I did not expect a defensive battle today in this matchup between Claiborne and Oliver Springs. I did not expect to see only 22 combined points thus far in this contest. So credit to both the defenses on the day. But this is huge right here, as it seems that Claiborne's going to go for 2.
They're going to go for 2. Stone will go under the center. If you get it, it forces Oliver Springs to go the length of the field.
Yep.
Split backs behind Stone. Looking over the Bobcat defense. Stone, hands off, getting the ball forward is Laws, and Laws does not get there. Time out of the field. Arnie scored, 1:11 left to go. It is the Blue Devils 12. It's the Bobcats 10.
It's the Old Town Grill.
The Old Town Grill is a special place where you bring more than family, more than friends. Bring a hearty appetite, because at the Old Town Grill, you'll never walk away hungry. A delicious change from the ordinary. The perfect place to bring the entire family. The best food and plenty of it. Join the fun and treat your appetite to something special.
It's the OTG.
The OTG is the place to be.
1:11 left to go. If you're a drama fan, you're loving this one. It's 12-10 in favor of the Claiborne Blue Devils. Their last scoring drive, 7 plays, 4:09 off the clock, went 20 yards after the shanked punt. And now it's going to be all on the Claiborne defense as Howard gets ready to boot this one deep.
And you said it, all on the Claiborne defense. Here comes the biggest drive of the game.
Howard, good kick, end over end, taken at the 17-yard line to the 25, to the near sideline, eventually being taken down at the 30. And that was Ross.
And there's a late flag that's going to come in, most likely against Claiborne.
See, I missed the flag. I was looking down at the stats here.
After the play was over, there was a Bobcat player that had his helmet come off, and he flew off of a little extracurricular activity from Claiborne.
A personal foul against Claiborne.
Yeah. And that could be very, very costly. Yeah.
They've had that very costly.
That's right.
So what should have been at the 30 puts them now, should be around the 45-yard line. That's where Bobcats will start with a K&K Middle first down and 10 with 1:05 left to go, 65 seconds left to go on the clock. And remember, the kicker is Brooks. His longest on the season is 43 yards. 2 receivers left side, 2 to the right. Shotgun formation for Crass. Misdirection. It's a reverse to the far side to the 40. He's going to throw the ball. Throws it down the field. It is incomplete. Incomplete as it was almost pulled down by Sean Ross at the 31-yard line in double coverage. They had the play set. Ross dropped the ball.
Unbelievable turn of events. You said it. Ross dropped the ball in the midst of double coverage as we've got a pair of Blue Devils down on the field.
They collided on the defensive side there.
You're absolutely right. They collided I think they were both trying to go for that interception, and they ended up hitting one another. But man, what a break caught by that Blue Devil defense, as really Oliver Springs with the trickeration off of the sweep and with the late pass there, they really had it set up, and nonetheless it falls incomplete.
One Blue Devil still down on the turf. One back up. That looks to be the one that got up. Looks to be Hayden Holland. He's coming over to the near sideline. They collided in midair with the receiver. I almost believe maybe they probably got the wind knocked out of them.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think it was probably just both took a gut shot. As you saw, walking towards the near sideline was Holland holding his stomach, as it looks like actually Cunningham, who's the other Blue Devil, shaken up. He's limping a little bit.
Yeah, he is. So it'll be second down and 10 now for the Bobcats. This is a hungry Oliver Springs team, knowing this is the closest they've gotten to a victory this season outside of maybe Bledsoe County, where they lost by 7.
And again, all they need is 3. And we know that Brooks, the kicker for Oliver Springs, has got one heck of a leg.
2 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right. Again, this is Crass in the gun, has a back to his left side. Crass, same play. It's going over to Hill. Hill's going to drop, looking, going to take it himself this time to the 50. Got some running room to the 45. He's inside Claiborne territory, past the 40, and he's eventually taken down at about the 37, 38-yard line. Marking at the 38, Oliver Springs is moving.
Nice decision by Hill to instead of trying to fire away a deep pass to tuck it and run, the clock's going to keep moving though after they move the chains.
Going to be 1 receiver to the left side, 1 to the right. They have no timeouts with 46 seconds. And they will just spike the ball with 43 ticks on the clock.
Definitely a wise decision to spike that ball on first down to stop the clock. As you mentioned, they have no timeouts. And now, got to catch our breath here, deep inside Claiborne territory. Again, this game coming right down to the wire. They don't need too much more yardage to get in field goal range, but again, there's so much pressure involved should the game come down to Zach Brooks' foot.
They need roughly 7 yards to get in his range. 2 receivers. Actually, Claiborne will take their 3rd and final timeout. We'll take this one with them, catch our breath. 43 seconds left to go. A fantastic finish on deck. Blue Devils lead this one 12-10.
Country Market is your destination for the finest and freshest foods in the tri-state area. Yesteryear features a variety of groceries, natural foods, and homemade desserts like their mudslide brownie and strawberry pudding. Yesteryear also has baked goods prepared fresh every day, such as their freshly baked breads sold by the loaf, or they can be put on a sandwich from their deli. Yesteryear Country Market, located at 1453 Highway 63 in Cumberland Gap.
43 seconds left to go here at Claiborne High School. Blue Devils lead the Bobcats of Oliver Springs 12-10. Oliver Springs is driving. They have the ball at the Claiborne 38-yard line, needing roughly 8 yards to get into Zach Brooks' range for his longest field goal of the season. This time out of the timeout, 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers left side, 1 to the right. Blake Crash, your quarterback, in the gun, has a back to his right side. Both teams are out of timeouts. Crash drops, looks, feeling pressure, steps up, rolls off to the near side, throws it. It's incomplete. Incomplete as he tried to get it off into the hands, looked like Blake Nation. Wow.
Crash feeling a lot of pursuit, a lot of pressure from the defensive line of Claiborne. It probably would have been more beneficial for the Blue Devils had Nation caught that ball for the Bobcats, because the clock would have kept running. And nonetheless, with the incomplete pass, makes it 3rd down with 36 seconds to go.
3rd down and 10 for the Bobcats. 2 receivers to either side. Crass has it back to the right side. He stands in the gun. Crash drops, feels pressure going off to the right side, stops, pops, throws, looks, too short, incomplete, and it will be 4th down for Bobcats.
And again, for the 2nd time on this desperation drive from Oliver Springs, the receiver was there, just couldn't haul in the pass.
4th down and 10, 31 seconds left to go here in this contest. This is it for Oliver Springs. They have to get the 1st down. They're going to attempt a field goal. This is from 55 yards out.
Nathan Medlin's hopping for a timeout.
He don't have one. Snap down. The attempt is up. The attempt is off to the right. No good. It is no good. But I will give Brooks this. That was a 55-yard field goal. He hit the back goal line.
Yes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And as you mentioned, Coach Medlin on the sideline hopping for a timeout, and there was none.
He didn't have one.
Was none. Reminiscent of Michigan, North Carolina in the NCAA championship game, however many years ago that was. Wow. Nathan Medlin hopping for a timeout. There was none. But nonetheless, like you said, unbelievable effort from Brooks to get the ball all the way to the back goal line. That would have been a game-winning, or that would have been a field goal that would have given Oliver Springs the lead. And wow, what a turn of events here to close out this contest.
23 seconds left to go. All Claiborne has to do is take a knee and hold on to the ball. Oliver Springs has no timeouts remaining. Claiborne, if they take a knee and hold on to the ball, will improve to 3-3 on the season. And we'll look forward to Johnson County next week. 1 receiver off to either side, I formation. And we're going to get a delay of game against the Blue Devils, and that'll back them up 5. Again, as long as you hold on to the ball here.
As long as nothing disastrous happens.
Snap.
Yeah, as long as nothing disastrous happens, the Blue Devils should just take a knee and ride out the victory.
Blue Devils go into the center. Stone takes a knee. And that will do it here from Claiborne High School. It was drama-filled. It was full of excitement. But on a special night in New Tazewell, the Claiborne Blue Devils have come from behind and held off the Oliver Springs Bobcats by the final score of 12-10. And if I can say it for the first time in 14 years, the Blue Devils victorious at home. With that being said, we'll take a break, come back, post-game wrap-up. Again, Claiborne defeats Oliver Springs tonight 12-10. Post-game wrap-up right after this here on the LMU Sports Network.
Make K&K Metal Sales your only stop for all your residential and commercial metal building needs. For the past 23 years, K&K Metal Sales has covered the tri-state area with quality custom roofing and siding with many grades, gauges, and colors in stock. If you're looking for complete steel or wood building packages or steel or wood trusses, K&K Metal Sales can help with that, as well as heavy-duty custom carports. Great folks and great prices. Stop by K&K Metal Sales located at 6986 Cumberland Gap Parkway or call 423.
It's a final here from Claiborne Field. It's tonight the Blue Devils hold on and come from behind as they score late and defeat the Oliver Spring Bobcats by the final score of 12-10 as we're played off by the Bobcat Marching Band. For Claiborne, a big momentous victory to lead them into the second half of the season as they go off to Johnson County. As for us, we're back to Panther Field next week for a regional contest as the Cumberland Gap Panthers will play Wartburg. For everyone behind the scenes of the Old Town Grill High School Game of the Week, we'll see you later.